What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seeing the titles going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. Y'all see that, finally closing in online. Finally are, you see, we see this whole timeline. We see this whole timeline of the things that she's doing constantly. You literally have Ilhan Omar right here calling Americans. And this is, I promise y'all, a lot of these things, when I say this, most of these things I'm telling y'all are definitely, she's doing this to herself. She's doing this to herself. It's the truth. I mean, just right here, she's got Ilhan Omar calling Americans stupid. And she's doing it. And the crazy thing is, I don't see how people literally will go and support individuals who truly do not care about you. I'm still trying to wrap that around my head. The people that's in Minnesota, you have so many people that's in Minnesota that in protests, that in rioted, did horrible things. Not even to mention, and I don't want to make this sound in a bad way, you have Renee Good, you have Alex Pretty, and again, those situations could have been, handled completely different had they not done the things that they did and putting themselves in the position that they put themselves into. But we're not here to talk about that. We're not here to talk about that. It's just one of those things, like of hearing the truth. People put themselves in these positions when these individuals do not care about you. Right here, Ilhan Omar calling Americans stupid. You literally have Somalians that clearly do not care. Not a single Somalian have been at the protests or been rioting anything, because they're getting the money that they're taking, supposedly, and on top of that, they're getting assistance while getting it. Check it out.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people, because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get a Trump presidency again?
Well, let me tell y'all something. She want to call people stupid, this, that, and the other, and calling people names. Look at the position that she's in. And you clearly see it. Like I said, you have this timeline, y'all. You have this whole timeline of Ilhan Omar literally doing everything and saying everything she possibly can because she knows that they're onto her. Literally have her right here. It says our country should be more fearful of white men.
I would say our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
And again, saying things and making herself look bad. You got Patrick Bet-David, speaking on her. You have AOC. I didn't even know this. This is wild. Here you go right here. You got Kamala. You got AOC. You got Ilhan Omar down here. You got Don Lemon. I didn't know that about Don Lemon either. Check it out.
By the way, this whole thing they talk about the white culture, and let me tell you, it's all about the white culture. This, and we have a problem with this. Every one of these guys, as much as they bash the white culture in America, they only marry white people. Kamala Harris's spouse, white. Ilhan Omar's spouse, white. AOC spouse, white. Every one of these guys, you keep talking about them. They're trying to go to that. It's not working.
I'm telling y'all, a lot of these things, aren't obviously working for them. And as much as she talk about white men, this, that, and the other, again, she's married to one. Just like any other individual, you have AOC, you have Kamala Harris. I find it completely insane, and not for it to be. I don't want to make this, so much of an issue, especially when I say something about Don Lemon, y'all. Don't. I'm just saying. But when it comes down to it, with that, it's not a problem. Race is never a problem when it comes down to it. It's just a simple fact of them speaking, especially with Ilhan Omar speaking, on white men. But again, she's dating one. I mean, I find it completely insane. She's literally doing everything possible. Everything. It's like they play this part. They play this part to keep everybody on their side as much as possible. You literally have here Ilhan Omar just called. And again, this is something that it's a post, the execution. We talking about the president of the United States. and smear him as a foul, if y'all know what I mean. Like said, is a post by Benny John said Trump should sue her for $30 million she made off her fake wine company, then deport her. I'm telling y'all, it's definitely moving this way. Definitely. You have another post. This is Benny Johnson. Says Ilhan Omar made millions from 100% fake winery. And no one's doing anything about it. Check it out.
I just investigated Ilhan Omar's official financial disclosures, and what I found was so dark and criminal. I don't know how she gets out of this without going to jail. Have a look at this. Here's Ilhan Omar's financial disclosure from the Congressional Record, year 2023. I want to bring your attention to this company right down here, Est Cru LLC. This is a winery in Santa Rosa, California. It's not doing that well. The total value of the winery is listed at $15,000, and Ilhan Omar's barely making any money off of it at all. Hardly enough to pay a parking ticket. Okay, that's fine. Nothing really mysterious there. Businesses fail all the time. But go ahead and look at her filing for 2024, and you'll find that Est Cru Winery, the same company in the same location, is now worth $5 million. That's incredible, up from $15,000. And now Ilhan Omar's making enough to pay rent. So this must be one of the most successful companies ever. Let's go ahead and check in on this winery. You know, maybe we could buy some wine. I like wine. Why not? Let's see if we can buy some Est Cru Winery. Here's Est Cru's social media Facebook page. You'll see here that the last post, oh no, was in 2023. Wasn't this the year that they were supposed to, you know, go really big and make Ilhan Omar millions of dollars? Same thing on their Instagram, and they don't have an X. So let's go ahead and check their official website. What is Est Cru? We are winemakers and memory curators, okay? Est Cru Winery has a bunch of brands that's led by these people, creators of eye-catching labels. So I'm sure I can go and get some of their wine, right? Well, they don't have any activities here, so maybe I could just go to their location and buy some of their wines, or maybe give them a call. Let's try and go to their location here. This is the Google Street View of Est Cru Winery, and what you'll find here is an empty parking lot. Doesn't actually look like an operational business. It certainly isn't the same name. So, okay, let's go ahead and give them a call. See if maybe they pick up. Let's go ahead and call the number on the webpage. Let's go ahead and give them a call and find out. Oh no, user busy.
Everything's fake.
Well, I've done this like 20 times today. Okay, so that didn't work. Is there any wine in this wine company? Is there anything about wines? Because I see like stuff about events, but like, what is this exactly? Aren't you supposed to sell wine at your wine company? Where are your wines? Oh, there are no wines. You wanna know why? Because this is a fake company. Rep. Ilhan Omar's husband accused of swindling investors in their California winery. They stole millions from cannabis growers. You can see here's the lawsuit right here, saying that Tim Minette, who's Ilhan Omar's third husband, no relation, swindled his investors and defrauded them. How did Minette get this relationship? Well, the current Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison, used to work for him. Isn't that curious? Keith Ellison, the same guy who refuses to look into any of the Somali fraud. So this company was sued for being a fraudulent company. And the New York Post says the exact same thing, as the House is now probing the mystery of Ilhan Omar's skyrocketing wealth. They said that Ilhan Omar went from being one of the poorest members of Congress, worth negative $65,000, to being one of the richest, worth $30 million. Here's a rare photo of one of their wines that they allegedly made, The Devil's Lie. But the entire company is actually a lie. It's not a lie to Ilhan Omar, though, because she's able to list an enormous amount of her income and an enormous amount of her net worth to this fake winery. This winery is not worth $5 million. The winery doesn't even exist. It's fake. It's fraudulent. They need to investigate this right now. This is a lie. And maybe, it's the devil's lie. I just investigated.
Maybe it's the devil's lie. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know. Y'all been following with me, but you literally have here.
Just so you guys.
And I've been following Angela Rose. There's been a lot of individuals that have been on top of this more than anybody. This is posted by Angela Rose. Says, along with investigating Ilhan Omar's husband, Tim Minnette, what if we looked into his business partner in both of the venture capital firm and the winery? So he has a partner named Will Haler, if I'm not mistaken. He served as a senior advisor to the chairman of the Democratic National Committee. Claims he has raised hundreds of millions of dollars and has elected thousands of people to office, according to his LinkedIn. His company, Westpike, is premium wine industry investment platform. It seems to be operational for now. It looks like, and in my opinion, they promote investments into company like EST or CRU wine and promise returns. Westpike lists 42. I'm not gonna put out the address. I don't know how, y'all not gotta watch what I say on here. I don't know. But, there's the address. Y'all can find this Angela Rose, too, as well. It says, Will and Tim are known for swindling investors. One example of this, Haler promising an investor $7.5 million if he invested $3.5, leading to a fraud lawsuit and settlement. There's also a restaurant owner who sued for fraud after similar failed promises of 200% returns for $300K invested into winery. So y'all see just how they're moving. And y'all see that if independent journalists are on top of it like this, I'm telling y'all, I definitely see it's going to be some stuff that's going on.
Just so you guys know, Tim Minnette's business partner, Will Haler, has started Westpike more recently in 2023. So they only work with accredited investors, and they are focused on the acquisition and operational excellence of other wineries. They also sell the idea of wine in Napa Valley and a booming industry, and also their long experience of being in the winemaking business. Just so you guys know, Tim Minnette's
I follow more on Angela Rose. This is another post. As I discovered the secret client of Ilhan Omar's husband, Tim Minnette, business, Rose Lake Capital. His name is Bayou Ravijin. I probably said that wrong. I'm not even going to lie. Says, look him up. This Indian entrepreneur is known for hiding. Oh, shoot. Okay. Is known for hiding $533 million from lenders. Allegedly, the $533 million was round-tripped to Camshaft Capital, a sham Miami hedge fund, basically to itself. Pretty wild, I'm not going to lie. Says, I believe Tim, Alex Huffman, Will Haler, through Rose Lake Capital were to help Baiju secretly buy back the debt of his company for... This is wild, bro. Just listen to this. For 24 cents on the dollar. But you wired Rose Lake Capital $11 million to make it seem like they were qualified investors. Then they returned the money to Baju. It appears as though the $11 million was likely a part of a misappropriated $533 million. Haler claims he had no clue that he was being used as a pawn by Baidu, yet he expected $15 million payout for Rose Lake Capital Service and was also offered $500K salary, luxurious lifestyle in Dubai, where he wouldn't face any legal troubles for the things he and Rose Lake Capital were doing. Allegedly, Baidu was spending $10K to fly Haler out for meetings in his luxurious residence. Looks like Whaler complains that thought Baidu really, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, really cared about child leering, and that he is the reason to keep working despite the red flags. So it says, in my opinion, those red flags are very similar to the red flags that come from Tim and Will's other business ventures, such as winery, cannabis company, both ending in fraud allegations. So as y'all see, there's a lot of fraud that's going on around a lot of these individuals that we speak of when it comes to even Tim Walz, even, Fry, when you have Ilhan Omar, of course, Keith Ellison, a lot of individuals, y'all see, just how deep it is, with this stuff. Check it out right here.
investigate.
I'll tell y'all that for real, I pray that, Angela Rose is protected because she's doing a lot of work as well. I'm not even gonna lie. Check it out.
Ilhan Omar's sudden and massive increase in net worth has led us here, the middle of nowhere, because their wine business doesn't have any wine for sale, and Rose Lake Capital, their venture firm, doesn't seem to have any past clients. Yet, after some research, I found out about one past client. His name is Baiju, and he is either worth billions of dollars or worth nothing at all. So Tim Manette is Ilhan Omar's husband, and he went into business with Will Haler. Now, Baiju called Will Haler a serial fraud and says that he gave them fake documents.
Look at the individual's track record. He's a serial fraud.
In this video, we are going to discuss Rose Lake Capital's shady connection with Baiju, a man who owned a company called, get this, Think and Lear. Just kidding, it's Think and Learn.
That's a bunch of bull.
In this video, you will find out how this supposed billionaire, instead of making sense of Rose Lake Capital's high valuation, instead leads to $533 million more of missing money from a $1.2 billion loan from U.S. investors.
So y'all see on how much fraud that's been going on. When I tell y'all that I know for a fact that I truly don't see this stuff getting swept. I feel like if this gets swept up under the rug, I know me personally, I'm going to get mad, because this is something that definitely should be handled. On top of that, this is stuff that you should set more so an example, holding these individuals accountable. You know, definitely, especially Ilhan Omar, because she's definitely, and I mean, we see it. All this money, y'all. I'm telling y'all, definitely something wild. You have here, says President Trump administration moves to expand efforts to revoke U.S. citizenship from foreign born Americans as part of the immigration crackdown. Gunther Eagleman says, start with Ilhan Omar. The pirate needs to be deported, which I feel a lot of people feel that way. You literally have here. Let me go make sure this is right. You literally have here, Somali immigration is ruining American cities. And I want to make sure this is the right, because I had another post as well on here. But make sure I got the right post. But you have here, and this is again on how again this ties into a lot that's going down when it comes down to it. With Somalians, with Ilhan Omar, with a lot. We seeing money go from, this place, money going from that place. I'm telling y'all, a lot of this is definitely sad. It's sickening, and I'm just irritated at the simple fact that you have all this money around, and you paying. You got taxpayers, literally people hard working, and you having these individuals just take it, and they're getting assistance. They're getting these houses and cars and clothes and jewelry. This, that, and other. I'm telling y'all, it's definitely sickening. Check it out.
Mr. Balu, again, thank you for being here. Let me ask you, does large-scale Somali immigration make Minnesota stronger or weaker?
Certainly stronger.
Certainly stronger. Do you know what percentage of Somali-headed households in Minnesota are on food stamps?
No.
54%. Do you know what that number is for native Minnesota-headed households?
Well, to be clear, a majority of the...
It's 7%. There's a big difference between 54% and 7%, is there not?
Excuse me, sir, could I answer the question?
Let me move on. We've got a lot of questions here. What percentage of Somali-headed households in Minnesota are on Medicaid?
I don't know.
It's 73%. Do you know what that number is for Minnesota native households?
Again, you're using the phrase Minnesota native households, but the majority...
The number is 18%. That's quite an astounding difference. I think we would agree.
Can I answer the question, please?
Let me ask you one more, and then we can go on to that. What percentage of Somali-headed households are on welfare in general?
I don't know.
It's 81%. What about... Let me just ask you, after 10 years of being in the United States, what percentage of Somali immigrant households continue to be on welfare?
I don't know.
The number is 78%. So even after 10 years, 78% of Somali immigrant households continue to be on welfare. Do you know what that number is for native Minnesota-headed households?
Again, you're using
non-Somali immigrant-headed households.
If I can just answer the question, when you're using the phrase native Minnesotans, the majority of Somali Minnesotans are as Minnesotan as any of us. They were born in the United States. It's only 8,000 of the 108,000 Somali.
Nevertheless, the welfare usage is astoundingly different. Let me ask you again, does that make Minnesota stronger or weaker?
Again, I'd like the opportunity to answer the question here.
So,
again, the majority of Somali Minnesotans are born in the United States, as I understand it.
Okay, well, what percentage of working-age Somalians who have been in the U.S. for 10 years or more, how many of them speak English very well?
I don't know.
About half. The answer is about half. That seems pretty low, doesn't it?
Again,
you literally have it right here. I truly don't understand. And again, this is stuff that we've obviously voted for. To get stuff done. And I said this in my really all week. I've been saying this for a while, but I really been strong with it all week. That this is stuff that we voted for. This is stuff that we support. Is to get things done. For them to get things done, for it to be deportations. When it comes to, obviously, not just the ones that's committed crimes, but y'all know what I mean. Y'all follow me. On top of that, getting these individuals that has a lot to do with fraud. I mean, there's a lot of things that's going down. We've been talking about this Ilhan Omar situation for how long? I'm telling y'all. Says here, Minnesota fraudster has been arrested before she tried. I'm not going to play this video because I'm sure a lot of y'all, have seen. It says, again, brings me back to when Nick Shirley was in Minnesota, and I'm speaking on this so I don't have to show y'all, a lot of this. Nick Shirley basically went and tried to, get Joey in the schools, in these daycares. But he put an update up. Says update, Minnesota fraudster has been arrested before she tried to flee to the UK. Her daycare, Future Leaders Early Learning Center, was involved in the Feeding Our Future scam and had received 3 points. When I tell y'all, over $3 million in CCAP funding in 2025. I'm telling y'all, this right here just goes to show you on how many things is just messed up completely and how much money it is. We just talking about this individual. We talking about over $3 million. Just imagine what when we talking about Ilhan Omar, and Keith Ellis. Just imagine that. I'm telling y'all, a lot of it ain't right. I don't want to play this video. Y'all can check this video. I want y'all to check this video out. Triumphs, it's Triumph 70 mm. And basically, you have these Somali leaders, and it's the reason why I don't want to play this. Y'all should know that. Somali leaders apologized to President Trump, fearing, and y'all can see a little. I'm not playing.
We accept the president's words.
The TikTok, I can barely see the TikTok. Let me see if I can get a clear picture on it. Charming 0853. If y'all can go find this video. Somali leaders apologized to President Trump, fearing mass deportations back to Somalia and failure in their alleged quest to conquer the West. So I'm telling y'all, says yes, deport all Somalians, including Ilhan Omar. And when I tell y'all that this is something right here that is very, very disgusting. Y'all, so many people are seeing a lot that's what's going down with Ilhan Omar alone. So again, obviously, this is something that we voted for, something, that I truly, truly have been supporting, and I want them to make these individuals, and make them accountable, for the things they've done. And that's just how I feel, and I know y'all feel the same. Let me know y'all comments and thoughts down below. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.